This week, we're going to get more granular in terms of visual storytelling and discussing two major aspects of narrative presentation that will impact greatly the scripts that you write. And that is the nature of scenes, sequences, and what does and does not go into each one. From an audience standpoint, a scene is the most important element in a film in terms of story. There's a great quote by Rosalind Russell, famous American actress in films from the 1930s to the 70s, and the female lead in my all-time favorite romantic comedy entitled His Girl Friday. And she said this, she said, "Do you know what makes a movie work? Moments. Give an audience a half a dozen moments they can remember, and they'll leave the theater happy." And she was right, that's spot on. Interestingly, I find the brain muscles that one uses for acts and overall structure are completely different from those that one uses to write scenes. They're two entirely different disciplines. One being the big picture, again, that 10,000-foot view, and the other being the more finite details within that picture. By definition, a scene is a segment of story that takes place in continuous time in the same place. But more important in terms of content, a scene always has an objective, even if the audience doesn't know what it is at the time. A scene illuminates an aspect of the story or of character. It can set up something to be paid off later. It can pay off something that was set up earlier. It could be a transition ahead or backwards in time. It can be used to change location in present time. And most important, a scene always moves the story forward. Parker and Stone, the creators of South Park, the movie Team America, etc., had the best description of what I'm talking about, and I never thought about it in these terms, but it's so obvious. In an interview, they once said that every scene should end with a but or a therefore, and that's a recipe for forward motion. Just as a scene is driven by a single thought, a sequence is a series of scenes conjoined by a single thought.